By the end of this talk, you will have the 5 steps that I use to limit self-sabotage and unlock my full potential. But before I give you those steps, I want to start off by asking you all a question. By a show of hands, how many of you have ever had a goal, but for whatever reason, never accomplished that goal? Okay, thank you. You can put your hands down. Now I want you to ask yourself a question. Why? Why did you never accomplish that goal? What stopped you? Was it fear, insecurity, doubt? Whatever it was an act of self-sabotage. And you may be wondering, well, what exactly is self-sabotage? According to Healthline.com, self-sabotage refers to any thought pattern or behavior that prohibits you from accomplishing something. There are many different reasons why we do this, but the base of it is fear. Fear of change, fear of growth, fear of failure. There are many different aspects in your life in which you can sabotage in. You can sabotage your career. You can sabotage your interpersonal relationships. You can sabotage your health. For me personally, I sabotaged academically. Growing up, I was really passionate about school. I loved learning, helping my teachers, and participating in class. But as I got older and we went from doing arts and crafts to math with letters, I began to lose my passion. In high school, I convinced myself that I was just no longer a school person. And because I believed that, my actions reflected that. I stopped turning in assignments on time. I started cutting class, and I began to not participate like I once did. I graduated school with a 1.7 GPA, and I wasn't worried because I had already decided that I wasn't going to go to college. I was going to start my own business, and I'd be fine. That was until I decided that I wanted to become a life coach. And after doing some research about what it takes to become a life coach, I realized I'd be having to go back to school. And not just any school, but college. The school where even if you fail, you still have to pay. I was petrified. What if I repeat my high school experience? What if I fail? What if I'm not enough? After several days of deliberation, I finally decided to go ahead and apply for the upcoming fall semester. And after scoring fairly higher on my entrance exam than expected, I met with my academic advisor, whom after hearing my concerns about repeating my high school experience, reassured me that college and high school are 2 different things, and I should leave my high school experience in the past and approach college with a fresh new mindset. Now, I'd love to say that I left his office motivated, ready to go with a fresh new mindset, but I'd be lying. In fact, it wasn't until 3 missing assignments, 4 weeks, and some serious self-reflection later that I finally decided to implement his advice. I realized that if I wanted to make a change, the first thing that would have to change would be my mindset. So, I stopped telling myself that I'm not a school person, and instead I told myself I am a school person. I am capable of achieving academic success. And because I believed that, my actions reflected that. I started to turn my assignments in early, show up eagerly to class, and participating like once before. I finished that semester with a spot on the dean's list and a 3.6 GPA. Now you may be wondering, what changed? My mindset. You see, your mindset is the blueprint for your success. If you believe you can, then you will. So, once I was given the opportunity to share my success story, I knew that I had to turn my actions into manageable steps that anyone looking to minimize self-sabotage but not sure where to start could use. Now, these are the 5 steps that worked for me. Maybe you need 6. Maybe you need 3. I encourage you to find what works for you. With that being said, step number 1, identify. What areas of your life do you sabotage in? Step 2, analyze. Why do you sabotage? What are you afraid of? Because once you understand why, it'll be easier to come up with how to effectively limit self-sabotage. Step 3, release. What behaviors or thought patterns are you holding on to that are preventing you from achieving success? Whatever they are, it is time to release them. They no longer serve you, and you cannot take them with you on your journey to success. Step 4, affirm. In order to achieve success, you have to have a strong mental foundation to do so. Because when the obstacles come, and trust me, they will come, you will need to be mentally strong enough not to revert to your old methods of self-sabotage. Think of it like building a house on dry sand versus building a house on concrete. The house built on concrete will be able to withstand much more than the house built on dry sand. It is no different with your mindset. Affirmations are one of the most effective and best ways to align your thoughts with your goals. For me, it was I am capable of achieving academic success. Some common examples of affirmations include, I can do it. I am beautiful. I am enough. And finally, step 5, take action. What are you waiting for? Don't wait around and revert to your old methods of sabotage. It's time to move forward. Now, I'd be lying if I said that I stood on stay up way later than I should or procrastinate on things that I need to get done. But the point isn't to necessarily stop it, but to become aware of it. Become aware of how it affects your life, why you do it, and then learn how to limit it. So, my goal today was to come up here and create awareness of self-sabotage and give you a guideline that anyone that wants to use it can use to minimize their self-sabotage. By a show of hands, how many of you feel that I reached my goal today? Excellent. Honestly, I'd be happy if only one person raised their hand. So, with that in mind, I encourage you the next time you find yourself staying up till 3 a.m. watching cat videos to refer back to this talk and what you've learned here today. I'll be honest. Personally, I don't feel like we ever stop sabotaging. But, again, that's not the point. Before I leave you all, I want to ask you just one final question. How different would your life look if you got out of your own way? Thank you.